On this episode of John Marucci on the Road, we'll go over the step-by-step process of installing a valve on the Dometic 300 toilet in my Keystone Bullet travel trailer. It had always been a bit frustrating having to turn the water off to the entire RV whenever having to service or clean the toilet. With the installation of this valve, we can now simply turn the water off at the toilet only, which is very convenient. The process of adding this valve can be applied to most plumbing outlets and RVs with PEX plumbing lines. Hey everybody, this is John Marucci. I made the jump to traveling with my RV back in 2016 and have never looked back. I've had my share of problems along the way, and this channel attempts to be what I wish I had when I started out. So let's go ahead and jump in. When we were traveling this past winter, we had an issue with the black tank flush not working in the RV. This meant we had to use the toilet extensively to fill the black tank up before dumping the tanks. Since the sensors for the black tank were giving inaccurate readings, the best way to know when the black tank was reaching capacity was to look down into the tank from the toilet. This was difficult to do with the water running in the toilet when the flush mechanism was open. Because of this, we decided to add this handy PEX plumbing valve to the toilet line. Looking back, even without having this problem, I would do this upgrade again for the convenience it adds. Here are the tools and supplies needed to do the job properly. Some of the tools are expensive but can be reused on other RV plumbing projects. They are a good investment in your toolkit. You can find these tools and supplies at a local hardware store or on our Amazon storefront. These step-by-step instructions, by the way, are available at johnmarucci.com on the Docs and Downloads page in the Resources area. So here's what you're going to need. 1-inch wide PEX half-inch diameter valve, 2 half-inch PEX pinch clamps, a PEX pipe cutter, a PEX pinch clamp wrench, a tape measure and marker, and a small container to catch water. Here are the steps. Number 1, go outside and turn off the water to the RV. Number 2, locate the short PEX plumbing line that feeds water to the toilet. This is where you'll install the new cutoff valve. Number 3, with the water off, flush the toilet of any remaining water in the bowl to relieve water pressure from the line. Note, there may still be a bit of water pressure in the line even after doing this. Number 4, place a small container under the plumbing line you're about to cut. This is to catch any water that comes out of the line. Number 5, measure the width of the new valve, not including the part that will fit into the existing lines. This is what you'll use to determine how much line to remove. In this case, we need to remove 1 inch from the center of the existing plumbing line. Step 6, using the tape measure, mark the center point between the existing clamps or end of the line, and then mark a ½ inch to either side of the center point. These are your cut marks. Number 7, using the PEX pipe cutter, cut the PEX line at the cut marks. It is likely that some water will come out from the line when it is first cut. You may want to have a small towel nearby. Try to hold the pipe cutter perpendicular to the line when cutting to ensure a smooth cut. When finished, the line should have an inch gap where the new valve will go. Step 8, insert the 2 ½ inch PEX clamps on the freshly cut lines, one on each side. Make sure the clamp pinch rings of each clamp are facing out to be available to pinch. Step 9, insert the new valve into the freshly cut lines and snug it into position. This may take a bit of effort. Make sure the valve control is pointing forward. Then position the pinch clamp rings within ¼ inch of the valve on either side. Step 10, using the pinch clamp wrench, clamp down the PEX pinch clamp rings firmly to seal the rings. This is going to take some hand strength in a small space, so take your time as these seals are very important. Repeat the process on the second ring. Again, it will take real hand strength to seat this properly. Step 11, check that the valve is very securely fastened to the line. Step 12, turn the water back onto the RV and check that the valve is not leaking while under pressure. Also, flush the toilet to make sure the water is running properly. Okay, that should do it. Congrats on adding the new valve to your RV toilet. I think you'll find that this is a very nice convenience to have when needing to clean or service your RV toilet. I certainly have enjoyed having this valve on the toilet in my RV. Remember, if after watching this video you don't feel comfortable tackling this project yourself, contact your local RV service center. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button. We'd love for you to join the On the Road team by subscribing to the channel. If you want to dive deeper, we put more content and photos on Instagram and Twitter at John Marucci. And you can also follow me on Facebook at John Marucci on the Road. And don't forget the great travel resources, podcasts, and blog available at johnmarucci.com. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. This is John Marucci, and so long for now.